Hello, welcome to the TriathlonDan YouTube channel. Another day of triathlon training. My first day training back in the UK now. It is raining today, so I'm not heading out. And it feels a lovely temperature. It's about 13 or 14 degrees Celsius. I feel at home. I feel like this is me. I'm getting back on the indoor bike today, so I'm riding Zwift because it's raining. I want to do a little bit of training. I'm going to try and run later on today, but I'm just going to get a ride done indoors. Now, of course, I've not ridden indoors for 3 months, maybe 4 months. So I've had to repay for Zwift, set the laptop back up again, charge that, get everything working again. Like nothing seemed to work properly because it's just been sat for a while. I haven't even pedalled the bike yet, but hopefully that works. What on earth's happened to Zwift? Why is Zwift completely different to when I last looked at it? I know I've seen the various press things about Zwift changing, but obviously I just hadn't really been reading them because I haven't been using it. I don't even know how to set it up. How do I get riding on here? Crazy. Anyway, I will figure it out. Also, just watching the sub-7, sub-8 attempt as well. Awesome commentary, really good coverage, really enjoying it. And it'll be motivational watching that whilst pedaling. So nothing really too big on the agenda today. Just want to do maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours, zone 2. I want to feel like I'm not absolutely useless on a bike like I did in Mallorca. Like I need to feel like I could just ride normally and that I've not lost all the shape I had over the last few weeks and so on. So if I can just have a good solid 2 hours zone 2, I'll be really chuffed. And then it's lunchtime, my favourite time of the day. Oh, there we go, ride done and dusted. Time's passed faster by reading the email that Zwift sent me with the how to use the new menu, which is very helpful. Watching sub-7, sub-8, and what's that I do? I ate one of these, the Saurian chocolate bars, very nice. So I've done an hour and a half, normalised power, 219 watts. Average heart rate 112 beats a minute. Really happy with that, to be honest. Just shows good like aerobic efficiency. At the beginning of last winter, I'd probably be about 120 beats a minute there, so my heart rate's definitely come down 8 to 10 beats a minute. And for me, 220 to 230 watts is probably like bottom end of Ironman power-ish. So to see such low heart rate, I know it's just a steady state effort, but it's encouraging. And there's a bit of time to go yet before I have to do an Ironman. So a few more weeks to refine and, I don't know, get fitter, etc. Anyway, I'm going to go and get some lunch and then I'm going to run a little bit later on today. I'm not going to run right now. Right, ride done and dusted. He's not happy. Elizabeth, there's a bit of a noise kicking off in the garden. What's going off?
I've been and got 3 new chickens.
Liz! Come on then.
It was a spontaneous trip this morning.
Well, you knew you were getting...
I knew I was getting them, but I just didn't know when or really what.
Okay. Talk us through them. What on earth is that?
So, we've got, on the far left is a Wyandotte, and I'm going to call her Ada. Yeah. Then the white...
From Peaky Blinders?
Yeah, the white one is a Silky, and that's going to be Polly. Yeah. And then the partridge in the middle is a Peking Bantam, and that's going to be Ruby. Oh. So Ruby, Ada, and Polly.
I'm going to forget these very quickly. Now, the other chickens haven't died, don't worry. 2 of them are broody, so they're in the coop, and the other one's just toddling around. Yeah, so that brings us up to 6. Is that enough chickens, considering you're the only person that eats eggs in this house?
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like that one's going to get a name of another YouTuber we know. The wrong colour, but the right hairstyle. Oh dear. Okay. Well, I look forward to seeing these get used to the other 3.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, God. Are they friendly? Do you pick them up? Do they tame or not?
Well, there was just loads of them in big pens together, so it'll take them a bit of time.
Yeah. Oh.
Because these 3 weren't even in together. They've come from 3 separate pens. So.
Right. So they just get used to each other as well as the other chickens.
Yeah.
Well, they seem okay, don't they?
Yeah, and I've partitioned the coop off with like some wire meshing, so they can see each other in there as well, but they'll be separate for a few days.
I love their colours. Oh,
yeah, I do.
I don't know how to show you like size, but they're actually quite small.
Yeah, they're all really small.
Yeah, we all have like small chickens because they don't tear the grass up as much as the big normal ones. Oh, there's Millie. She's not bothered by each other, are they? Oh, great, thanks for that. It's a really useful update.
I know.
Right, I'm going to get shower changed after lunch.
Yeah, me too. Well.
Did Rupert need to learn that these ones aren't food as well?
Yeah.
Rupert. Oh.
Oh, look, there's Millie. Hello.
Oh boy.
Look.
Yeah.
Oi. They've got to establish the pecking order as well, you see.
Yeah.
It's okay, this is really easy.
Does it still count as a brick run if about 6 hours has passed, you've had a nap and lunch in between? I think it does. Anyway, it's about 8 o'clock at night. I'm just out for a brick run. 5 miles, just nice. Well, I say nice and steady, I'm pretty fresh. I haven't ran for 6 days, so I'm feeling fresh, probably running a little bit too hard, but I'm not too concerned because I've had a rest day yesterday and an easy day today. So, the weather, this is not a moan at all. If anything, I'm dead happy about it. It's about 13, 14 degrees, and it's a real fine mist. Perfect conditions for me to not combust. Feels lovely. My hands are a little bit cold, if anything. Yeah, I've got a couple of things to talk about. Apologies for yesterday, leaving a bit of a cliffhanger about Dorky. Of course, the video, everything happens within the space of 5 minutes. In life, everything happens across the course of a day, so I just forgot. Long story short, we got somebody who was looking after the chickens to stash us the back door key, and then when Liz, so we got home again, then Liz, when she unpacked, she found the door key in her suitcase. So I was right. Let it be known, it wasn't me that misplaced it, it was Liz. So that's about 53 million to her and 1 to me. So now I'm home, settling in a bit. This afternoon I've finished off the crit race videos that'll be out later this week. I'm trying to learn a bit about this YouTube block. Now I know that that video is probably a little bit long to do any big numbers or go viral or whatever, but I wanted to talk through the whole race because I got a decent result, obviously. I wanted to talk about, you know, the categories and strategy, all that sort of stuff. And I'm going to post it on a day, on a day this week when the weather's not very good, like this, maybe a bit worse on Wednesday or so, because believe it or not, it makes a big difference to the amount of views the video gets when I put it up. It can be anything, titled anything, thumbnail anything, video about anything. On days when the weather's worse, I'll get easily 300 or 400 more views, which doesn't really make any major difference to my life. It does make you feel like more worthwhile putting a video out, especially ones that you've taken more time about. I think that's just because, like, what you guys and girls do, like if you're triathletes and stuff, when it's weather's good, you're generally out, aren't you, doing this sort of thing. Whereas when it's rainy, you're probably still training, but you might be training indoors, so you can watch videos whilst you're training. So thank you very much for selecting mine when you're training. Now this week, so it's Sunday evening right now, I'm getting back into the swing of things because, well, I've been pretty much in the swing of things anyway. Monday, tomorrow is 13 weeks till I'm at Wales. So at best, that's 12 weeks training. In amongst that I've got the Attack du Tour, some bike races, Cork 70.3, and then very swiftly after, Outlaw X, the British Middle Distance Champs. So realistically, as per normal, I don't have any time. Everything's got to be maximum value, so Coach Matt has really applied boot to arse about my run training. I've sort of resisted it a little bit because I want to focus on the bike in the next few weeks, but I'm taking it on board. And this week I'm supposed to be doing 2 races. Now I say supposed to because of the following reasons. Tuesday night I'm supposed to be doing a 10-mile TT. It's pretty local to me. It's an open event, so I've paid in advance and entered. I'm actually a scratch man, which means the last person off, because I came 3rd last year and 1st and 2nd aren't doing it. I probably wouldn't win it. Time trial Matt's doing it, and a couple of pretty risky looking juniors, but it'd probably be a good race. However, you guys know, I mentioned it a couple of weeks ago, I don't support events that don't have equal prize money. This event does not. Spoke to the event organiser, they're not changing it. It's £5 difference. That's all it is, £5. I'm not going to go too into detail of it, but basically I'm just thinking about what's the best thing to do, because I don't agree with that. I'd much rather events at 50, you know, equal prizes, nice parking. But I'm trying to think about what action can I take that is actually meaningful, that has an effect. And I'm not really looking to you guys for an answer, I'm sharing my thought as to when I get to the event, if I do it or not. The last event this happened, I didn't start. I made a bit of a thing about not starting, posted it on the time trial forum start sheet. It created about 9 pages of people arguing. I don't really want to do that. I'm not trying to do this for drama or clicks or whatever. I just genuinely don't agree with it. So my other thought was, well, if I'm confident of winning it, I could go and do the event, win it and then reject the prize money, or not sign out so I get disqualified, or something like that. You know, some sort of acting protest to draw attention to the fact that it's not acceptable. But the problem with that is I'm not confident in winning it. And if I don't win it, I'm basically just going and supporting the event. So I'm not entirely sure. I'm still thinking about it. I'm leaning towards not starting, if I'm honest, which would be a shame because I really want to do it. But I should take action, nothing's going to happen. And then day after, Wednesday, is a local crit at Harvey Haddon. There's a 5-week series. I missed the first one last week because we were away. So I really want to do it. It's forecast really bad weather, like rain all day. And I don't just want to wimp out because it's raining, but I don't want to crash my bike. I want to be able to do this all year. So I've just got to be a bit sensible, I think, just about when I do these races and when I don't. There are only about 12 people in our race, which is a bit encouraging because there's not going to be a big bunch, but you only need to slip out on one corner and that could be a game over. So I don't really know, I'm still thinking about that. And of course the weather can change, so yeah, we'll see. But anyway, that's hopefully what I'm going to get up to this week. So it could be 2 races, could be 1 race, could be no races, who knows. That's the end of today's video. I've rambled on enough. Thank you very much for watching. If you haven't already, please do hit the subscribe button down below, and I'll see you tomorrow at 1 o'clock.